And I think we might actually complete this lap. We have a lot of damage. Yeah. Welcome everyone to F1 2021. We are in the heavy rain in Baku. Let's get started. Today our goal is to survive one lap of the Baku City Street Circuit with sim damage on. Let's get started. And we are off, trying to survive and maybe even get some points. We'll see. As you can see, not a bad getaway. He's currently in 3rd place. We're going to try dive down the inside of Bottas into the first corner. And Hamilton decides to instead not give us any room, just like Verstappen, and pitched us into the wall. So we are going to restart. Let's restart the session. And try again. Holding clutch. And 5 red lights, and go! We are off, and I'm going to try again if I can stay out of the wall. That was embarrassing. Especially for the person who just ran into me. Let's try again. And as we lose into next corner when unpausing. So we're gonna try again. That was completely not my fault that time. And we are back on, and we are going again. Let's see if we can avoid hitting the barriers. That is going to be our worst issue for this challenge, is the barrier, the sides, the walls of Baku. Let's try again. Attempt number 5, I think? Yep. And we have crashed again.
Are you alright? Engine off, engine off.
Let's try again. Okay. And I want to make it around the first corner this time. So no crazy moves this time into any corners. I'm just going to try and survive this time instead of overtaking. As you can see, nearly took out Verstappen there. Don't want to do that to my teammate. Just defended against Bottas, preventing him from overtaking us into that corner. And we are continuing. Looks like he's trying to size up a move on us. I'm going to try and defend into this corner right here. Decides not to try and overtake us through that corner, and thinks better of it. I'm going to try and carefully into this corner, and we still end up with some damage. Yes, I already said that. You don't need to repeat it, engineer. Anyways, we've lost the whole front wing now, and we're not going to change our strategy because I just want to survive the whole lap. Let's try and survive the castle section now without hitting any barriers. As actually one time when I was playing earlier, I did actually hit an inside barrier when I oversteered into the wall. And I just spun the car there. And now we're out. After taking out a few cars. Which reminds me, in the future I might do a race where I try to not only survive, but take out most of the cars. As many cars as I can. But we're not doing that today, we're just trying to survive a lap. And we are off. As you can see on the onboard camera that we are using, there's a lot of spray, and you can see all the really cool rain effects they've added for this game. They just keep improving it every single year, and we are not going to get into that massive battle brewing between Bottas and Hamilton. We're just going to try and survive behind them instead. Looks like probably team orders have caused... No, Bottas is still attacking Hamilton. I thought they had gotten team orders or something, but we're having a great battle. Maybe that's what we need. We need rain in Baku to make it even better. But see, knowing where it is located, it's not going to get much rain, and it's very unlikely that we'll have a rain race. Though I think it was rainy when the Grand Tour went there a couple of years ago. We're going to continue and try and stay on the podium. As you can see, doing quite well actually this time. I think this is our best attempt so far. Nearly understeered into that barrier there. Don't want to do that, because that would be very embarrassing, just like Charles Leclerc's accident a couple of years back. And I think we might actually complete this lap. We have a lot of damage. Yeah. Okay, I gotta see the replay there, because I think we got a puncture somewhere. Okay, this is where we got the puncture. I think what happened was, because the way I understeered the wall, it just removed the rear tire off its sidewall, I think. Possibly. I think that's what might have happened, is that it just caused a puncture, and that's why it didn't take us out right away. But then when I just understeered as a result of the puncture and lost the front wheel, that's when it took us out. So we're going to try and get a good start this time. Ooh, nearly spun into the wall, and instead we spin the other way, and I think both Red Bulls now have damage. Let's see where everyone is at now. It looks like it's just going to be us in the race now.
We're seeing major front wing damage. Box, box, box.
Yes, I know I have front wing damage. Don't need to remind me, engineer. And we're going to just try and keep going. Use ERS. And I think we're catching up to the pack now, because the pack has to be very slow because of all of the carnage that could ensue if they're uncareful. Try and make an easy move on Giovinazzi. With his underpowered car, he slots in behind. And we nearly take out ourselves and Raikkonen. And now we're going to go for a move on Mazepin. And it doesn't work. Raikkonen tries to go back, but does not manage to do it. I think we could make a move here on slow Mazepin. And we do indeed, accidentally punting him into the wall, but it seems like he's still going, as we have not seen yet anything about him retiring from the race. Now we are following Latifi, who ahead of him is Stroll, who currently has a time penalty, which is funny. 3 Canadians in a row. Stroll, Latifi, and epically slow cars. Until we crash and have a massive accident because our front wing had damage. So we're going to retry again. One more time, and let's try and survive Baku in the heavy rain. And if this keeps happening, we are going to try and survive Baku in regular rain, because this is getting ridiculous. Yeah, very ridiculous. I think we could actually... no, I don't know. Maybe we can salvage our race here, I was gonna say. But we are just constantly... Oh. And then Gasly takes us out. Nice. Okay, we're going to restart the session and try again. I feel like I'm repeating myself now. And we are going to try and get a good start. You know what? Actually, let's try and no, we're not going to try and overtake Hamilton. We're going to spin the wall. Oh, looks like we've taken out a Ferrari there. And a couple of other cars behind. As I could see that my car jolted a couple times. And we're gonna try again. Well, maybe next time we restart, I might try playing around with the setups. Oh, nearly caught the car there. Didn't work. Did I take out the car there? Oh, shoot. I took out Schumacher. Whoops. Oh, no, he's not out. He still has all 4 tires on. But I've gotten 2 small penalties because of the crash there. And we're, as usual, going to keep going. And try and survive Baku. Or not. Let's try again. Restart session. Okay. Actually, I was gonna try playing around with the settings, wasn't I? Oops. Alright, if we ever have to restart again, I'll play around with the setups. As you can see, being very careful on the throttle right now, and still managed to spin slightly into Verstappen, but both of us managing to not crash into each other. As I go for an overtake, that actually works. Until he does a switchback and takes me back. And we are going to try and slipstream him into the next corner. Okay, we nearly did what the Red Bulls did back in 2018 and completely take him out in the back of his car. So got a little bit of understeer now because of the damage to the front wing, but I think we can survive. So no, we're not gonna box to change it.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
No need to change my strategy. I'm going to keep going. That's my strategy. And we've lost our front wing by tapping the wall. That shows you how severely sensitive the damage is now. Gotta be very careful. Surprised we didn't take our wheel off there in the castle section. And we're going so slowly, and we're still understeering into every corner. We probably got like GT levels, like GT3 levels of downforce, or probably less because we understeer into the wall and take ourselves out. And we're going to retry another time. Alright, we are now currently in the lead. We have overtaken every single car. I don't know how that has happened. And I think we might be able to survive while getting the win this time. If we can survive driving on our own. Come on, come on. Yes, we did it. No, no, stop it. Ah! Crazy drivers don't know how to avoid collisions. And no, it was not my fault, FIA. That was Bottas doing a stupid attempted overtake on me as we oversteer into the wall.
Are you all right? Let me know you're all right.
Nice. But I tell you, they've really upped the wet weather effects. They're really good. As you can see, our tire picking up some of that standing water that was behind the curb. Gotta be careful on the gas that we don't take ourselves out. Really learning to really drive well now. Other than that collision with Verstappen that I just had. And we take too much of a optimistic maneuver and take Hamilton out. Whoops. I mean, I kind of deserved that time penalty. I'm gonna try and still survive. Just managed to slow down enough. And I think we're gonna turn off overtake. That might help us on the exits of corners. To not have overtake on, actually.
We're seeing major front wing damage. Box.
No, I'm not going into pits, engineer. I'm going to keep going. Because I only need to survive one lap. So if I ever get to the pits, might as well just keep going on the straightaway. Because that's all we're doing. We're just surviving a lap. Our car didn't even move to try and... It didn't even try to go in that around that corner. It just took me out. Oi. Let's try again. And we are off. Hamilton, Bottas going at it again. Oh, we're getting over. I was paying attention too much to the person who was trying to overtake me on the outside that I ran into the back of Verstappen. Oh joy. As we completely take everyone out. And I'm starting to get bored of this. I think we might just change to regular wet weather now. After this attempt, maybe. But you know what? It's actually kind of fun to drive in the wet weather. Even if it's really, really, really hard to not crash. Like I've just done. Bottas, can you just slow down and just wait for me to catch my car so I can get going again? Like seriously, it's ridiculous. And because of that, we have lost our front tire by understeering into the wall. Actually, it was not understeer, that was just completely losing the car. Let's try one more time. Get the throttle at a perfect point. And then once the traction catches, we go for it. And try and overtake Bottas on the outside. Bottas. And we are going to try and overtake Hamilton. And then understeering to the wall.
Engine off, engine off.
You know, I don't see the other Mercedes. I wonder if I took Hamilton out. Oops. Well, it doesn't matter. We're going to restart the race, and this is going to be our last attempt, because this is getting ridiculous. Okay, scratch that. That will not be our last attempt. Unless we can keep going. Sorry, Russell. I think I accidentally took you out. Sorry. Though that's just an AI driver, actually. So it doesn't really matter. Even with my front wing, though, I'm still managing to keep up with the pack. So that shows you how bad the AI are in the in the heavy rain in Baku. It'll actually be interesting to see if any of the other cars accidentally take themselves out in any of the corners. Be very interesting.
Expect some slight impact to performance.
So we've got damage to our rear and front wings. And as usual, we're going to be very, very slow through here, as this is probably one of the most dangerous parts of the track, other than the castle section. However, this hairpin can be dangerous too if you don't line your car up properly. As you can see, caught a near spin there. As we just park ourselves in front of a Pirelli logo. And then proceed to keep going. Man, it is so hard to drive in the wet. Like, you can't really... I'm sure there's going to be lots of you saying, oh, he's just a bad driver. You try driving in the wet with no front wing. It's absolutely terrible. We're going to restart one more time. And I'm starting to get tired of crashing. I didn't think that was even possible in a racing game. Alright, looks like the Mercedes are slow. So we're going to try and overtake them, and we do get to Bottas. But for some reason, the FIA did not like the way I overtook him, and then I forgot to brake. So it doesn't really matter anyways. Hey, look at that. You can see what it's like to be upside down in an F1 car. Not very pleasant. And try one more time. And we are go. Come on. Keeping a hold of the car, and only a slight bit of damage there. But we have lost a couple of places and cannot see a single thing. Except enough of Verstappen's rear wing to be able to avoid him. So we have avoided carnage into the second corner. And we're going to try and avoid carnage into the third corner now. Lots of understeer, and now we've got damage to both sides of the front wing, which should make it a little bit more balanced in the understeering department. But you know what, it's actually not bad. I'm not gonna really complain about the damage, as I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna still try and survive. Verstappen goes for another move on the inside and then proceeds to fall back to avoid a massive accident as we nearly understeer into the Pirelli sign again. Ooh, now we've lost our front wing. That is not good, because this part of the circuit is actually probably the hardest part without a front wing, as you have to really slow down to be able to make it around that corner back there. And then there's the absolutely deadly turn 15 that many drivers took themselves out in during the Baku qualifying, and even in the practice. Wait a second, we are in 4th place. We are on the final stretch of the lap. I think we can do it. If we just carefully through the corners, and I think we can do it. That's a top 10 finish of a lap. And we have survived. We have survived. Okay, don't count our chickens before they hatch. And we have survived Baku in the top 10. That was a wonderful wonderful way to end the video. Success in our first ever F1 2021 video, and start off with great challenge. That was definitely quite a bit of fun, though it was a bit challenging at times and a bit frustrating at times, but overall a lot of fun to do. And if you liked that video, please leave a like and subscribe to the Epically Sold Cars. Hit that bell button and stay tuned for future videos like this and other videos, and I'll be starting a My Team series once the 3 extra tracks are added to the game. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.